Okay, so I'm going to be doing some more Halloween movie review, whatever. Anyways, I'll get on with it. So, first up we have the Predator movie. Don't have the second one, I didn't really care for it, so I only have the first one here. This is a special edition box set. I bought it for one reason, which was to get the ticket way back when to see Predator vs. Alien, which is in theaters August 13th at that time. Whoever wins, we lose. Yep, great title. And yeah, so it came with the free ticket. Went to go see it. That movie sucked, by the way. I had high hopes for it, especially since I believe Freddy vs. Jason was already out, and I saw that and was really happy. But that's for a different review. This review is all about, well, not that. So, anyways, got it down here. Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. 2 discs, 1 special features, and the other one is the movie, of course. Basically, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's part of a team that's in the jungle trying to kill some bad guys, basically, and the Predator gets up in their faces and starts killing them all off one by one until Schwarzenegger is the last one standing. Kind of like a hack and slash in a weird way. Collector's Edition 15. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if this is the 15th one or what, but yeah. Next up is Army of Darkness. Now, a while back I said I didn't have this. Obviously I got it. And it's not going to be my King's Treasures. Once again, anything that I show in these videos, I'm not going to put it in King's Treasures because it's pointless to show it twice. So we got the Army of Darkness here. The Screwed Edition. Screwhead Edition. And this is a really funny movie. Just a straight up comedy. If you want something really funny, then I recommend this. Basically, we have the hero Ash coming back again. This time, he's been sent back in time, and he has to get the Necronomicon, which is the Book of the Dead, to get back to his own time. That's all he cares about in this movie. Later on, he gets heart and starts helping them fight the Army of Darkness, which is woken up by the Necronomicon because he says the damn words wrong, which are, I believe they were Klaatu Verada Nikto, which is actually from the War of the Worlds, or not, no, sorry, not War of the Worlds, the Day the Earth Stood Still. And that's about it for that one. Got the Blu-ray edition. Oh, should open it to show it off. One funny thing I found about this is when you put it in, I don't know if it's all editions or if it's just this one, the very beginning of the disc will say, because Blu-ray is a new format, most features will not work. You can pause this movie, but from what I've figured out, there's no play button. You hit play, nothing. Weird. Next up we have Gremlins. Very good movie. Steven Spielberg movie. Awesome. This is Gizmo. He is a Mogwai, and there are 3 rules to owning a Mogwai. 1, do not let them get close to water. To get close to water, if water touches them, they multiply. 2, do not feed them after midnight, because that will turn them into the Gremlins. And 3, don't get them into sunlight. Sunlight will kill them. What you see isn't always what you get. Great tag for that too. That's the Gremlin. This little cute guy turns into these ugly things. I would call this a cross between a I guess a horror and a comedy. I mean, the Gremlins are scary, but they're funny too, so it's kind of hard to rate this movie. Second, I would also label this as a Christmas horror movie because it takes place during Christmas time. He gets the Mogwai. The main character gets the Mogwai as a pet. They're pretty cool, and I believe they made Furby Mogwais, which were back out a while ago. Then we have Gremlins II, the new batch. I really like this cover art. It's really nice. The chair having the slash. smoking a cigar, pieces falling on Gizmo. Just great. Same rules apply. And this is the first set. When Gizmo gets touched by water, he creates these other ones that are different colored for some reason. They never really explained it. Again, comedy. This one does not take place during Christmas, as far as I know. This one takes place where a couple years later, and basically the main character, he's now living in New York, and Billy is his name, and he's working at this giant it's like a giant building. They do TV shows and everything else there, and it's just a really crazy, hectic place, and all the Gizmo multiplies again because some idiot got water on him. Then he starts turning into the Gremlins. They all start turning into Gremlins because they get ate after midnight, you know, and then they just go crazy in this building, and there's so much stuff in there. Oh, and there's a chemical lab, which they start drinking the chemicals, and that brings up new possibilities, because we get an electric gremlin, a flying gremlin, everything you can think of almost. Next up, we have Beetlejuice. Yep, this is one of my favorite movies. It's a Tim Burton film. Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. This is just so great. The music's great, the story's great, everything about this movie is just awesome. It's got a lot of swearing, which I thought was pretty odd since it's only rated PG. I mean, he says the F word. It's crazy. Special features were actually pretty good for this movie, too. Have documentaries and whatnot. Here he is in the traditional Beetlejuice outfit, which is odd because I believe he only wears that one time, so I'm confused on how that became his main outfit. He wore the red outfit more. It's about these two people right here on the front. They die on their way to the town, and they end up back in their home, but then some new people move in, and they don't want them there. They want to have their home to themselves, but they're dead. So they hire Beetlejuice, without knowing who he really is, to do some work for them, and it just gets all crazy. Dead ghosts and everything else in here. It's pretty cool. I recommend it to anybody. And finally, I have the Addams Family and the Addams Family Values. Another really good comedy movie. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to label these people as. I guess Lurch is the butler, and he's obviously Frankenstein's monster, but I don't even know what you'd call the rest. Witch and wizards, I don't know. Crazy stuff. The first movie's about the character Uncle Fester coming back. First, he pretends that he's not their uncle, but he pretends he is their uncle, but then later on, at the end of the movie, you find out that he really was their uncle. Pretty crazy. Then the second movie is about the baby being born and Fester getting married to this lady who's a Black Widow and kills her husbands on their honeymoon. It's not as good as the first. The first one is far better. The second one has some pretty good jokes in it, but I don't know. I'd just watch the first one if I were you. Let's see. Did I open this one? No, I did not, because this has those stupid, annoying little fucking... I don't know what they are. And there are different versions of the 2-pack. I've seen some where these are flipped on their side and one on each side. Yeah, so crazy. And that's it. These are a bunch of comedy/horror films that I wanted to do, and I just threw in Predator because I really didn't know where to throw it into my next reviews. So that's it. Yeah. So stay tuned. I'll have some more up. Maybe even this afternoon if I can get the stuff for the next video ready. Okay.